Hey guys, we are here for Grace's 6-month update, and I'm not too sure how this video is going to turn out because my camera was not, oh my goodness, was not charged, and so we are using the iPad to record this, and we have never recorded a YouTube video on the iPad. Like, I've taken videos on them, but I've never edited them or anything. And this is also the first time that Grace has seen herself on video since we're using the front camera, so she's just sitting here looking at herself right now. So I'm not really sure how this is gonna go, but it should be fun. Right, Gracie? Yeah. But anyway, this is her 6-month update. It's actually a couple days late. She was 6 months on the 12th, but I wanted to wait until we went to her 6-month doctor appointment to do this update. So at the doctor's office, she is weighing in at about 16 pounds, which puts her in right about the 50th percentile. I believe he said it was like 47 or something like that, but it was like right at the 50th percentile. Measuring about 26.5 inches tall, which puts her around the 70th percentile. And I cannot remember what he said her head measured at, but I do know that she has a tiny head. Her head was about the 30th percentile. It was actually like 28 or 29, but I'm just going to round it up to 30 because, yeah. So she has a tiny little head, don't you? Don't you? You have a tiny head compared to your sisters. So all of the little hats and bows and things that Victoria had that I kept, a lot of them did not fit Grace because Victoria had a big old head and Grace has this little tiny head. So a lot of the stuff we had for Tori, like winter hats and things, she didn't even get to wear. But that's okay. She got her own new stuff, didn't you? Yeah. Let's see. Sorry if I'm looking off to the side. I made some notes, which I can hardly read. Okay, so she is drooling a ton still. Everything is in the mouth, as you can see. She's constantly chewing and gnawing, but there are no teeth in sight. I think this is going to be a pretty long and drawn-out process. Yeah, that's how it was with my oldest daughter, Devin. Her teeth took a while to come in. Victoria's all came in really quick. She had all of her teeth, like whole full mouth, before she was 2. So, yeah. I think with Grace here might take a little bit longer. As of today, we have not done any solid foods still yet. She is still breastfed only, still will not take a bottle. She will just scream and scream and scream. I was at a bake sale with my oldest daughter for her Girl Scout troop. They were raising money for her trip to West Virginia this year. And, I mean, it wasn't a long bake sale. But my husband called and he said that Grace was just freaking out, and I could hear her in the background after she woke up from her nap. Like, she kind of wanted to eat, would not take a bottle. As soon as he tried to give it to her, she got pissed and was screaming her head off. So he ended up bringing her up to the bake sale so I could nurse her. So she is basically just attached to me. She will not take anything for anyone, and if she doesn't get to eat from me, then she's just going to yell and scream until someone brings her to me. So you can probably guess that I'm not away from her that much. Am I? I'm not away from her that much. You want your caterpillar? There you go. Let's see. I think we will try a food out this week. I'm going to make some bone broth, and I'm going to cook some lamb in it, and then I'm going to puree that, and I think that's what we're going to give to her first and see how she does. So I was going in between doing that and starting off with avocado, but I think I'm going to do the lamb. So that will be her first food whenever we get to that, and I know we'll do a video while we do that because that's always fun to watch them do their first foods. She is still in a lot of 3 to 6 month clothing. Even though she's a little chunky. She's not like really too chunky. So she's kind of average. I mean, her weight is 50th percentile, but she has some no chunky thighs. Look at those rolls. She has some little chunky thighs. So her pants are like 6 to 9 months, and her legs are longer. If we put her in a sleeper, it would have to be 6 to 9 months. Otherwise, she'd be all like squished up in it. But when we have her in onesies or dresses, 3 to 6 months still fits her. But they're getting about to where they can't fit anymore, so we're going to be packing those away. Her cloth diapers, those are just all over the place. Depending on what kind of diaper we're using, it depends on like what size rise and everything we have going on. I have her in some one size diapers from Sun Baby, and I might have put her in some Alvas or some Kauais, and they're on the smallest setting still. But when we have other things like fuzzy buns, we have, I believe they're smalls. They're on the largest setting, and they're honestly about done. She loves to bounce. She is a bouncing fool. She goes in her bouncer, and she just bounces away in that thing, and she's usually so happy. Otherwise, when I'm holding her sometimes, she'll just be bouncing herself all over the place. She loves her caterpillar. See, she's bouncing herself right now. I'm not doing that. That's all her. She loves to bounce. Loves her caterpillar. Anything she can put in her mouth is good for her right now, isn't it? Yeah. Nap and nighttime sleep has been going really well. She was up a little bit throughout the night while she was going through her 5th leap, and she had a little bit of, I don't know if it was like allergies or what's going on, but she was congested and had a little bit of a cough from her postnasal drip, so she was up a little bit more in the night with that. But otherwise, like, I put her to bed usually by, did we drop it? There you go. I put her to bed by about 9 o'clock, and she generally sleeps until like 6 before she wakes up and wants to nurse. And then after we nurse, she will like fall back asleep with me, or I will lay her back down in her crib, and she'll usually sleep till about 8 or 8:30. So really good sleeper. That after Victoria, I feel so blessed with how she is sleeping, because Victoria did not do that. She was up eating at least every 3 hours for 1.5 years, and it didn't stop. And yeah, that's another video. Anyway, nap, she is more at a schedule. She generally takes, I'm going to say 2 to 3 naps. I think we're starting to phase out of the 3 nap and go into a 2 nap, but it really just depends on the day. She will generally take her first nap around 11:30, and then she'll take another one in the later afternoon or early evening. So that's been pretty good. Sometimes it's thrown off just because of the other kids' schedules with Devin and Victoria, but we do our best that we can, and she's pretty good at adapting, so we are blessed with that. Other than that, I really don't think there's too much else to update you guys with. She's doing great. She is a good baby. She's a really happy, easygoing baby, which we are so thankful for. And yeah, she's just doing pretty good all around. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video turns out because, yeah, like I said, I've never used the iPad to do a video for YouTube before. So hopefully it works. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And we will see you next time. Goodbye. See yourself? Say bye. Bye.